You're listening to the Time to Talk podcast with Lewis and Reiss.
Do you have any regrets from when you were younger?
Oh, 100%.
What are they?
I think I regret when I started having sex. I regret... I don't know, I guess because of how much I had sex and because of, I guess, how much I wanted to figure out who I was and whatever, I don't want to say that I'm sex obsessed, but at most given moments, I'm thinking about sex. Yeah, I'm very hypersexual.
I don't know your issue. I think your serotonin levels have been absolutely fucked from a young age. So
probably.
And you're like dopamine, etc. So for you to feel something, it has to be sex orientated.
I think so. I think that's pretty much where it's at. Which again, I think wasn't helped by the fact that I had sex from such a young age. Because that's all I've kind of ever... For me, at that time as well, it was like... Sex was like, oh, this is exciting. This is exhilarating. This is fun. This is like giving me, again, the serotonin, the dopamine, all of that. So now that I'm this age, I'm like, well, I've done it now, and it's like, that's all I've known. But sex can still be fun, but I don't find it as fun anymore. Because I've done it for so long.
It kind of hits the limit with you, so you're now looking, it's that you can get your end off easy. You're looking for someone to match you in everything, but sex is for someone. They could be like how you used to be, like just love it, just and get massive excitement out of it. Whereas you now don't really get excitement from it.
Yeah.
You just have an urge sex. So you need someone who's more emotionally compatible with yourself.
Yeah.
But then obviously that comes at the detriment of the sex aspect, because you've had it so regular with so different people. Having one person for the rest of your life, you might say, "Oh, yeah, that's fine," but deep down, you know, I like to shag when I want to shag.
Mm. And there's a part of me that's like thinking, would it change if I got a boyfriend? Would it kind of be like okay, I've got someone now, but I think what I need, and you're probably right, is someone who can match my energy in terms of like they've got a very similar sex drive to me. Now I'm not saying I need to have sex every single night because it gets exhausting, but ideally, I would like someone who wants sex regularly. Because that way, it's kind of like, I go through the day and I'm thinking, oh, I want to have sex. Oh, I can get it easily. Whereas, I've had relationships in the past where we've had a nice connection emotionally, but they've not had a high sex drive. And so I'm there like,
I'm trying to fuck.
I need something. I need to, get this urge out of me. But you don't want that. And obviously I'm not going to force you to do that because that's not going to be enjoyable for you. But I need something to, get the urge out. So yeah, I think that's where the issue is. But again, I think my biggest regret that comes with all of that is just from the age I started having sex. And because it was so young, it's now kind of bled into adulthood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those weird...
Do you reckon it might be described as an addiction because of that consistency and that need for it?
I think in a way, I don't know. I see addiction. Obviously, addiction comes in lots of different forms.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think it could be an addiction. I don't think as much so now as it was when I was in my teen years. Yeah. But obviously, in your teenage years, you've got a high sex drive. Cause
you try to fuck.
You go through puberty, I mean, I was getting horny at literally anything.
Would you say that all your mental issues would stem from sex thing?
I don't think all of them, but I think a lot of them probably do stem from that. And I think, yeah, there's probably a lot of things, and this is what I mean when I say there's a lot of things that I've probably repressed from when I was a kid that I haven't dealt with properly, that now in my adult years I'm like, this is actually a bit fucked. So I think a lot of that is because of my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that is because of having sex from such a young age, I think. It's a bit crazy, it's a bit cuckoo, isn't it?
And how is it going up there?
It's better. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm like, I'm cured. Yeah, but I think...
On the track.
Yeah, I'm on the right tracks and I've done the right things and doing the right things to keep my mind kind of ticking over and keep it busy and not think too much about sex. But then there's always something there at the back of my head. Like when I go to the gym, I'm thinking,
Who was the fuck?
anyone in this gym want to fuck? You know?
Yeah.
Or I could literally be walking to Asda and I'd be looking down like different alleyways, being like,
Anyways.
is there someone there? Is there someone hiding? Is there someone like ready to pounce? It's actually a bit crazy, like, yeah.
Like, I go into places and I'm like, oh, smash. But other than that,
But I guess my view on things is because I've typically had more sex with straight guys. Obviously, they're not straight if they're having sex with me, but because I've had more sex with straight guys,
Closeted at best.
yeah, and like chavvy looking guys. Anytime I see one on the street now, I'm thinking,
I could turn it like that.
it's not even that I could turn you because you're probably already turned, but it's kind of like,
We could indulge.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that's, again, it's not what all I'm used to, but when the majority of the people
This
that
is the issue then, isn't it? Because what you want, like what you crave, like desire, is not what's achievable.
but it's not
You want
necessarily,
your taste is straight white chavvy men.
but it's not that,
Straight.
I would definitely say 10 years ago, if you'd have said that to me, I'd have been like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But obviously, as I've grown, that's not the only type that
What's
I
your
have.
types?
I just want a man. That's just a nice one. But I like having sex with that kind of guy.
That's what I'm saying. The most intimate part of a relationship, you don't want it with a gay guy. You want it with the hard to get straight guy.
But it's not. But so
You
this.
see,
But, no. But this is the problem. So there are some gay men out there that are like, I only want to sleep with straight men, but that's unachievable. I'm not saying I want to sleep with a straight man because if you're a straight man, you're not attracted to me. These men aren't straight. These are gay men who put on
The facade.
the
yes.
facade. So I'm still looking for a gay man to have sex with, but they're probably not as gay as others because they've had to put on this
Facade.
facade, this persona. So I'm not actively seeking to sleep with a straight man because again, if you're a straight man, you're not going to be attracted to another man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to want to have sex with another man. Which is why whenever I say I've slept with straight men, I say that because they say they're straight.
Yeah.
But you can say you're straight till the cows come home.
Yeah.
If you are on things like Grindr, if you're in like a gay cruising spot, things like that, you can't physically say that you are straight if you are looking to have sexual contact, sex, anything with someone of the same sex. You can't.
Do you think there's a thrill in it for you then because of that sort of secrecy and like the experimentation of it from there?
There definitely was,
Yeah.
because it was kind of like, oh, this is a bit taboo, like, oh.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I don't want to be someone's dirty little secret. Like, I don't mind if you're discreet, like, if you're not out and you're not, like, out and proud and all that kind of stuff, and there's a bit of discretion there, I don't mind a bit of discretion because I think with every scenario there should be some sort of discretion until you get to know someone properly. But I don't want to be someone's dirty little secret.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be a case of, like, we'll have sex this time, and then I see you on the street and you act like we've never seen each other before, you're, you know, acting all homophobic and this and that, because that's not real, it's not true. Again, there can be some sort of discretion of like, we've had sex, and then if you're with your friends, like, I can say hello or whatever,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be like, oh my god, hi, because I get that that's not everyone's thing. But I think definitely, again, if you'd have asked me 10 years ago, are you like, is it the discretion part of it? I'd have been like, I love the fact that I'm like a dirty little secret.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I'm someone's like, I don't know. Again, it's hard to vocalise, but yes then, no now.
Yeah.
That's
Makes
maturing as you're getting older.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is, again, like, I have a lot of enjoyment out of sex, but it's different now than it was when I was younger, when I was growing up,
Yeah.
because I've learned a lot more about myself.
And plus you've done it so much
That's
before.
the thing. It's kind of just like,
Yeah.
I like what I like. This is that. Like, when people will say things to me like, oh, would you ever let someone fuck you? Well, no. Again, probably if I was in a relationship with someone and we were, like, committed...
It's like doing anal with your missus, and you do it now and again, but not all the time.
Yeah, but I've always said I would only do it with someone if I'm, like, in a committed relationship with them. And if they were like, we've been together for X amount of years, would you give it a try? Yeah,
years.
sure.
Years.
Yeah, like, maybe, like, 2 years.
So you have to be with someone for 2 years before they fuck you in the arse?
Probably. Because there's... and it comes back to, like, there's a lot of things from the past that I don't like about being fucked. So there are things that I haven't dealt with properly. So for me, it's still not a weird thing, but I'm not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But after 2 years, I feel like I'll be comfortable with someone enough to be like, okay, I
Come on
can
then.
completely let my guard down.
Yeah,
Let's give it a try.
and,
There's that trust there. You know me a lot, all of that. So I probably would after at least 2 years if I'm committed with someone. But like, again, if I'm just meeting someone randomly, you're not putting your penis anywhere near me. It's not happening. I don't know you like that. So, yeah, there's a lot of
How many people
things.
have been inside you then?
About 4.
That's higher than I thought it would be.
But that was back when I was first starting out, figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what I liked. I thought, oh, this is what everyone does. This is, And then I was doing it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I actually
This
enjoy
hurts.
this. Yeah, like I don't know if I actually enjoy this as much as I thought I would. And then obviously when I was topping people, it was like, oh, I enjoy this a lot more, and I can still be intimate with someone, but in a way that I like it more.
Yeah.
So yeah, there've been about 4 men that've been inside. So yeah, it's not something that I enjoy. Yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Do you know why Grindr is so easy to just go back to? Because all you've got to do is just put your email address, put in a password, and that's it.
No pictures or anything.
You don't need a picture to go on Grindr. This is the problem. Grindr doesn't require you to have a picture on your profile, or a name, or a bio.
Do you
or
have like a
anything.
verification thing where you can?
No.
Oh.
So with Tinder and Hinge and stuff, you can obviously verify yourself, and you put pictures on, and it will say, right, take a photo of yourself so we can verify you.
Yeah.
Even though you don't have to verify,
Yeah.
and there's still people that just put like pictures of memes or
Mhm.
like the view or even just like a black screen at times.
Yeah, but like Grindr, you can literally go on there. You don't need a name. You don't need a bio. You don't need any information or any photos, and you can still get a profile.
Strange.
And that's why I think you'll find a lot of straight men on there, because I think you're not going to do it if you have to pay for it. If it was like you have to go through all of these different steps and you've got to pay for this and pay for that, no guy like that is going to do it. But because it's a thing, it's like this can be secretive. This can be like discreet and incognito.
Yeah.
Oh, I just get it. So like
Yeah.
when my girlfriend's away, I can just quickly go on here, because men don't think from here. Men think from here. And so that's why it's so easy. I remember once you came to mine ages and ages ago, and I said, I'm going to download Grindr, and I promise you, within 5 minutes, I will have a meet arranged. And Reiss was like, I don't, like, it's not that he didn't believe me, but he was like, I'm intrigued to know what's going on. Literally, I think it was 3 minutes,
It was ridiculous.
and I had already had,
And people message you, like pop up straight away.
Yeah.
It's like,
within 3 minutes, I'd already had, I think, 2 dick pics, and someone going, do you want to meet? Let's meet now. It's genuinely that easy. Which is why I think I used to be obsessed with Grindr, because it was like, this is really easy. In my heyday, let's say, when I was like having sex all the time, I'd be like,
easy.
Grindr, this is easy.
Convenient.
Yeah, that's it. It's convenience. It's a very convenient thing. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Any further questions?
I have no questions. Unless you want to name everyone from school, you should.
Absolutely not.
And then I don't care.
That will not be happening.
I wish it was that easy for men.
It is that easy for men. This is the problem.
Straight men.
Like, it is that easy for men.
Imagine if a girl would message us like, just like say single and it's sit at home, go goes, oh, can we have sex again? Look, oh, okay. Well, because it's so accessible for women, they can just pick and choose who they want. Disgusting.
And I think that's the difference. Like, I don't know, I've been quite picky in my life, but then I also got upset when other people have been picky too. But then it's like, that in itself is a double standard. As we were saying before, I can't have a preference and then be sad or mad when other people have a preference that doesn't align with me. So I've had to also get into that headspace of like, well, okay, I have a preference for this. Other people probably have a preference for this too. And sometimes the people that I have a preference for have a preference for these people. So I can't be upset by that.
Yeah.
Whereas I used to be. I used to be like, well, hold on, why does no one want to have sex with me? And I'd be like, but would I want to have sex with me?
I see.
Yeah.
If I wasn't me, would I want to have sex with me?
I
Well,
would,
no.
yeah.
No.
Why?
I just, and I, again, this might be intolerant. I don't know. This isn't anything other than just, I haven't ever been sexually attracted to black people. I think because my family, I don't know, like, because my family are black, like, I don't,
Yeah, maybe.
there's just something in there that I've just never kind of sat right with. So I've just never, I can obviously sit there and go, that's a really hot black guy, but I wouldn't have a sexual relationship with a black person. But then also there are people out there who feel the same.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad about other people not wanting to have sex with me when, again, I wouldn't want to have sex with me.
Yes.
And that's taken a long time to get to this point.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I'm kind of at the point where it's like, okay, I'm not everyone's type, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be someone's type,
Eventually. Yeah.
eventually, and that's fine. It's frustrating because it's like, oh, it's taking so long. Blech. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not actually that old, and it's not actually...
You're pushing 30.
You're pushing 30, mate. But yeah, I've had to kind of sit down with myself and go, your life ain't that hard, mate.
Yeah.
Things aren't that difficult.
I have a question.
Go on.
Are you on your medication?
So I've got the medication.
Have you never done it?
No.
Fucking boy.
So there was a part of me that was like, oh, I might start. Basically, if the prescription had come out at the time that they were supposed to, on the first day that I was like off work, then I would have had the 2 weeks to kind of adjust. Apparently, it takes about 2 weeks to adjust to the tablets. But the doctor also said these tablets are going to make you feel worse. You will take these tablets, the sertraline, and all of your emotions are going to feel a lot more heightened before it gets better.
Yeah.
And I was like, so why on earth would I do that then?
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth would I take a medication that's going to make me feel worse before I make me feel better?
True.
Like, in my head it was like, that doesn't make any sense. Just get me tablets that are going to make me feel better.
You know, I've noticed that all that medicational thing is always like it's never preventative. It's always reactive. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of finding the cause of why you feel, etc., etc., it's we know you feel like that. We don't really care. But here's something that will make you feel numb.
And I think that's always been my problem. Like, I've been suggested in the past to go on meds, but I was like, I don't want it to just be a case of, oh, you're feeling upset, here you go, some medication. I want to be able to talk through things and like actually have like active solutions and things like that.
I'll tell you what you need.
that's
MDMA.
Oh. Slightly different thoughts there. I don't know if MDMA is going to be good for me.
It would.
In what way, though?
It's more like for trauma victims. It has been shown to make them recover. So people that have suffered from PTSD and all that kind of stuff. Microdosing, they call it LSD, but MDMA and shit like that. Every day for like a few, notice of increased mood, happiness, better family life, all the rest of it. It's just a little bit, because it's your dopamine and serotonin. You feel a bit more.
But I think that's why.
And your dick won't work when you're on it. Go on, son!
Oh, that means that will stop me from having sex?
Yeah.
Which actually will make me feel a lot angrier and
Nah.
a lot worse, I think. But I think that's why I've been going to the gym so much, because I can get dopamine from exercise. So I've been going to the gym for a few different reasons. Like I want to become healthier. I want to slim down anyway. Like I've wanted those goals.
Ozempic.
Well, if Ozempic was easy to obtain, I would have used that. But
What it was?
no, I think you have to be in this country anyway. You've got to be prescribed Ozempic. I think it's for like if you've got, I think it's type 2 diabetes. It's like it helps to like reduce the increased risk of diabetes. I believe. I need to do a bit more research into it. But the other reason why I've gone to the gym so much is because it's like actually I can feel good levels of endorphins and dopamine finishing a good session at the gym.
Yeah.
So that's helped me quite a lot. So even though I haven't used my tablets, in their place to replace that dopamine, I've been going to the gym. I've been doing a lot of exercising, a lot of walking, things like that, because that releases the endorphins that I need, and that kind of replaces the dopamine and stuff. So it's not that I'm never going to touch them. It's not that I'm never going
Like,
to...
just throw them out. If you don't have them yet, you don't need them.
I paid £9.90 for them. Prescriptions are a fucking joke.
I know.
They were like, do you pay for your prescriptions? I was like, I don't know.
They're free in Wales and Scotland though. Only England pay for prescriptions.
You can get a I don't know how beneficial it would be for you, depending on how regularly you need prescribed medicine. But you can get a prepayment certificate, so you pay for 3 months or 12 months, and that works out cheaper if you get.
See,
more in that time.
For me, I also just don't want to become one of those people, and I know quite a lot of people like this, that become reliant on tablets to go through their day-to-day life.
Oh yeah, nothing like that.
And I, again, in my own personal life and experience, I've had people who genuinely cannot even, like, leave the house unless they're taking medication. I didn't want to become, because I've got quite an addictive personality, as we've, found out, I didn't want to become that kind of case of, okay, well, I can't go about my day, I haven't taken my tablets yet. No.
Yeah.
Because I'm so independent, I just wake up, go and do my thing, do what I need to do and come back. I don't want it to be a case of, I can't do the things that I like to do, like going on walks or going to the gym or doing that, until I've taken my tablet.
I have the perfect idea for you. Make a new TikTok and do, like, what you love to do. Do the gym, do like a day in life, but every day, and have it as your own accountability for the gym, losing weight, getting healthy and that.
See, my accountability for the gym at the
Can you
moment...
post it on Instagram a lot?
Yeah, I post that on Instagram, but also on the actual gym app.
It gives you the days.
Give you like a blue circle on the days that you've gone. And for me, I like to see all the circle. Obviously, I'm not going to go to the gym every single day because I'm allowing myself breaks and stuff. But it's nice to see more blue dots than there are no dots.
Yeah.
So for me, that is my accountability. That, and again, I post that on Instagram. And yeah, people might get annoyed by like, oh, he's posted it again. But actually, in my head, it's, well, I've done it. I've been at the gym.
No,
people can see that I've done it.
Because you have to get... your dream would be doing that, because you think about it, get famous on TikTok, doing something that you do every day. People will join your bandwagon for losing weight, etc. And a year from now, if you do it consistently, you'll see, obviously, the change in yourself, change the subscribers and that. Mate, you might as well do it. Instead of semi-doing it, which you post on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? You're already semi-doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of having Lewis After Dark, Lewis Marcel, Lewis makes food and walk,
Lewis cooks food.
Same thing. Just put it all, condense it into one TikTok account.
Lewis's life.
And then just document every other day or every day or something.
Daily vlogging.
Yeah.
Worked for Zoella.
That's very true. And she's very rich now.
What about go back to like medications? What about like vitamin supplements?
So I've got like multivits that I try and take every single day. But I like them more because they're sold as like these are just like your vitamin C, your vitamin D. It's not like a medication kind of thing. Yeah, it's not used as medicine, it's just used as like, you're just getting more of the vitamins that you need.
Yeah, just like a little boost.
Yeah, so I do take those every day. And I'm not going to, it might be placebo, but I've noticed I feel a lot better, like I haven't...
So is it just like a multi-mix?
Yeah, it's just...
worth like checking, looking up what supplements help your goals.
It's just
like,
this.
refine it maybe.
General health.
General health.
Yeah.
Multivits.
Hustles.
So it's not like...
I don't want to spell.
Oh. I thought you went to natural multivit. So yeah, it's not... Again,
But
to
like
me...
if you've got one that like, because apple cider vinegar, like I've got gummies for those recently and that does like metabolism and like, I think vitamin D or something.
Mm.
So it's a slightly more targeted to what your goals are.
Yeah, I think
So
something
it'd be
like
like a
that...
more natural boost.
like
as
something like that, like
opposed
a
to medication.
supplement, I think I'd be fine with. But it's just, for me, it's about medications, especially ones that are for a certain cause of like, this is going to make you feel better, or this is going to make you feel, I don't know, because I know who I am, and I know that I've got a very addictive personality,
Yeah,
and I don't want to become addicted to this medication,
yeah,
because I am a very independent person. I don't want it to be a case of I have lost all of my independence and I can't be me without these tablets.
yeah.
I'd find that really hard. And then the doctor was also like, oh, but if you don't like them, we can wean you off them. I was like, but then it would be a waste of, that 4 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then to be weaned off, it's like, I would find it really, that's the thing, I don't want to feel like a drug addict. Or I've got to be weaned off the tablets. She even said, she was like, we won't go cold turkey. And I was like, that's a term I've heard with like heroin
Druggies,
addicts and
yeah.
things. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to feel like that. And I know it's not that, but that's how I feel. And I didn't like that. So I haven't taken any tablets. But I feel okay. Like, I think if it was the point of like, I'd taken the time off and I didn't take the tablets and I felt like awful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then maybe it would be a case of, okay, I've got to give something a try. I've got to find a solution. But I've been fine. Who knows? Maybe things will change when I go back to work. Maybe things will be different. But I don't think they will. If I keep doing the right things.
I think it's valid that you're doing alternative methods to medicine.
Yeah, like if I was just sat here every day doing fuck all, it would be different and it would be like, you're not doing anything to like supplement it. But because I'm going to the gym, because I'm walking, because I'm doing creative things like this, or seeing my friends, or seeing my family, and whatever,
Yeah.
it's not made me feel any worse.
That's
So,
good. And smash the gym, that's the best thing. Because
That's
it's just
right.
you
Genuinely.
and just locking in, isn't it?
Yeah, and before, like, obviously I've been to the gym every now and then, and I would know kind of what to do, but I've never been this consistent with the gym before.
Yeah.
And
You get it now, don't you?
yeah, I've literally never been. I mean, we've been to the gym together before, and when I was doing kickboxing and things like that, I've literally never been this consistent. I would go every now and then. I might think, I've got some time. I'll go to the gym.
Yeah.
In the past, but now it's kind of like every day. I think, should I just go to the gym?
Yeah.
Or should I just go and do a quick session at the gym? And some days I don't. Like some days I might feel a bit tired or whatever. But then it's like I'll walk instead, or I'll do something else.
More relaxed.
Yeah, but every day I'm like, I should do something.
How far can you run? Could you?
I don't think running would be good for me because of my knee.
Mate, I've done that. I've done a 5k in 38 minutes. Oh, mate, I've got to do a 25k with work soon. I thought my knee was giving up after 5.
Yeah,
40 minutes? Fat bastard, man.
I don't think... Like, I can run short distances. And in the past, like, on the treadmill, I've done, like, a little jog for, like, maybe 5 minutes. But then I always notice that my knee is, like, in a lot of pain afterwards. So I tend not to run that much. I like an incline walk on the treadmill. Like, I can walk fast. So on what some people might have as their running speed, I can have it as my walking speed because I can walk quite fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't enjoy running either. I feel like I look like a sack of spuds when I run. So I just
Wow,
don't
that's it.
Refuse to run.
Yeah, I just don't like it. And fair play to those people that can run and do run all the time. Like, hats off to you. That will never be me.
No.
I just can't do it. And that's why I have the other things instead. Like, that's why I like skipping, or that's why I like this and that, because where this person might go out for a fucking 10k run, fair fucks, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That's not my kind of thing.
I want to do a Hydrox this year.
I've heard that high rocks is fucking hard.
That's what I'm saying. Mate, you should try for that.
But isn't part of that running?
Barely.
Right, okay.
It's more like a It's like a 2-hour HIIT workout. Oof. Basically.
I think if I were to do a high rocks, it would not be this year. I would need to build up so much stamina.
Yeah.
I reckon if I was as consistent as I have been with the gym, I reckon if I looked at maybe this time next year, it'd be a lot easier. But being realistic, I do not think I could do a high rocks this year.
How long do you reckon it'll take you to say, do a 20-kilometre run?
I can't give you a time frame because I don't even know how long it takes to do a 2-kilometre run right now.
I had to guess though. The back there used to be fit as fuck, so surely.
I don't even know proportionally, like, maybe like an hour or so? I don't know.
I mean to train for it.
Oh, to train for
Yeah,
it?
I was going to say your stamina worth for 20 kilometres. Because I reckon you must be naturally really fit. Because if you walk in a gym and stuff, I reckon you're...
I think if I was intense and I like locked in properly,
diet and everything.
dieted, like
reckon
did
a few
everything right,
months.
a couple of months I'd say.
Well,
It's like I was thinking the other day about like, if I were to go back to kickboxing to do my black belt,
yeah.
like obviously it's a 5-hour grading with like a workout, you've got to do like training, you've got to do sparring, all of that. I genuinely believe if right now I locked in, and again, every day, diet, exercise, all of that, I reckon in 6 months I could get my black belt.
Do it.
I reckon I
For
could.
shit.
Do it, have fun.
Good boy.
You animal.
6 months.
I reckon I could, if I locked in
Why
properly.
don't you make it your end of year goal?
I don't know if I want to.